Mackey Motors in Lake City is the place to find new and certified used vehicles, along with a knowledgeable and helpful sales staff. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City.
Riley Banda of the South Central Calhoun Titans joining us here. We're in the Mackey Motors at pregame here on Kick 106.7. Titans falling to Kemper here tonight in the regional semifinal 3-0. But Riley, I tell you what, you got to be proud of the way this team played. You're still a young team and stuff. This team's grown as the season went on. Sets 1 and 3, you were right in those sets, had chances to win them late. How did you feel like the Titans played tonight?
I think we came together good as a team. I know a couple girls are so nervous that we had a little bit of tears in the locker room, but
that before the match?
Yes, yes we did. But we pretty much said, like in our huddle, that we come out like we're the underdogs. We have nothing to lose. Like they're the ones that are all the way up here. Like they've gone to state like every single year, and it would have been very cool to knock them off. But they just are a great team, and I think that we just pulled stuff together on the court. I mean, we tried to change defenses out, but it just wasn't enough.
How did you settle the young kids down if there was some little tears and a little nervousness in the locker room? You're a 3-year starter, so how did you kind of try to relax them? You've been here.
Well, I was just like, everybody has like off games, and like it's a big game. This is probably one of the loudest gyms that we've played in.
Yep.
Like my whole career, I don't think we've played in a gym this loud. And we just were like, we're the underdogs still, like we said before. And I think that just kind of cooled them down, that we just weren't expected like much. I know a lot of people were talking around saying like they didn't expect us to go more than 3, which we wanted to prove them wrong, but I mean, they're a great team.
Riley, it looked like you came out aggressive early. Was that to kind of set the tempo for this young group and say, come along with me?
Yeah, I just feel like, I don't know, I just want to like be the person that like the team can lean on. Like if someone's making mistakes, I want them to come up to me and be like, Riley, like what can I help out? And like I feel like just like those kills right off the beginning just set like energy and like the tempo for the game, and then people just followed along with that. Kira started off very good with her blocking and everything. Kylie had some great digs, and I think it was just coming together in the first and third sets.
What were you seeing? Because you were just going up and it looked like you were hitting it 100 mile an hour. What were you seeing that you were looking to attack with those swings?
I do know that their zone 1 was like wide open in the deep corner, and then also like if we had to tip it to zone 4, like their outside blockers would come all the way in, and their libero is pretty quick, but that was a good spot. Also, line was probably our best shot. They got some very good big middle blockers, so we tried to stay away from them as much as we could.
How did they adjust their block to you, and then how did you kind of readjust your swing to that?
I feel like they just like push their block out line more, so I just tried to still hit it line and tool off of the right side blockers.
I got to bring up one. You and Sophie played together on the traveling team. Anybody that knows you two knows that, so I'm not saying anything. But you had a big block on her on the slide. Was there a little lick, a little wink, or anything between you two after that?
I don't think so.
So, how do you, Riley, how do you feel like you've developed that relationship? Freshman setter and JC Gravy, you can see the talent with her. How have you kind of been able to grow with her as this season's gone on, do you think?
I mean, it helps that I came in setting as a freshman. I set last year also. So, like, I know, like, you have off games. Like, you're going to get doubles every once in a while. Some sets aren't going to be where you want them, but you just got to keep playing. And, like, in practices, she would come up to me like, Riley, what do you need to help? What do I need to work on this? And so I just help her out, and she was a very coachable teammate. She listens to a lot of criticism, and she takes it good.
Talk about, you guys struggled set 2. You got to only 12, but you came out in set 3, and it was like you flushed that one and moved on and played really well in that third set.
I think we just got down a little bit too much after we lost set 1, and we came out and our attitudes weren't the best, but we still had to be there for each other, and we came out in set 3 and we're like, okay guys, like this is our last shot, we can't let it go down. We were just there for each other, encouraging each other on the court. We made a mistake and we were always there to help each other up.
Last question for you here. I know you're just wrapping up this season, but I mentioned it during the match. I think a lot of people knew that this team could be good this year, but with the youth that you guys have and almost everything coming back next year, the future looks really, really bright. How good can this team be next year, do you think?
I think we get the little things together, just like adjusting our defense a little bit, getting players more confident. When we make mistakes, we have a bad habit of just like getting down on ourselves. So I feel like next year we'll have a better confidence level now that everybody's had experience at the varsity level in big games. So I just think it's coming together, working on the fundamentals and the little things that we need to get going.
Well, I tell you what, great job. Always fun to get a chance to catch up with you, Riley. I appreciate you hanging out and waiting through all the interviews to talk with us.
Thank you.
You bet. Riley Vander again with the South Central Calhoun Titans. I don't know if we're going to get Coach. He looks like he's packing up to take off, so we're going to wrap up.